The very first thing you want to do is you want to take your butter, and this is mango butter. It's really creamy and soft for the baby's bottom. That's why I chose mango butter, really emollient. And you want to add some beeswax. It adds the firmness to it, gives it that sealant that you need on the skin. Got it all out. And you don't want to add the other stuff until later because you don't want to burn up the benefits of, say, your oils and zinc and things of that nature. So you take this and we're going to put this in the microwave for about 1 minute and see if it melts. If not, then we're going to do it in 30-second bursts until it gets melted. We don't want to burn it. We just want it to be melted. So I'm going to put that in the microwave. So that's after a minute. As you can see, it is melting. Generally, for beeswax to melt in butters, it's going to take about 3 minutes. So I'm going to put it in here for 2 extra minutes, but I just wanted to show you how to do it as you're doing your own DIYs so that you can test how to test to keep from burning things and making mistakes. You just do it in increments until you find the sweet spot that you like for your DIYs. Okay, we're gonna do 2 more minutes. So while we're waiting on our butters and our beeswax to melt, let's go over some of the ingredients. This is why I'm choosing this for your baby, because these are most effective. This is zinc oxide. Zinc oxide is very good for anti-inflammatory. People use it a lot in sunscreen, but even though they're not going to be exposed to the sun, these are the other benefits of zinc oxide for the skin. It's anti-inflammatory and antimicrobial. So it helps if the baby has a rash to bring down that inflammation, to help them and not to hurt as bad. And also it's antimicrobial to kill all the bacteria. Let's see what else. It helps with wound healing, which is what your baby needs if their skin is excoriated. You know, excoriation means that first layer of skin, there's like a breakthrough of that first layer of skin, which makes it red and irritated. And so it helps to heal that wound while covering that skin so that new skin can grow over wonderfully. And it also helps soothe that irritation. All right, colloidal oats. This is just ground up oats to a really, really fine place so that you can put it in solvents like, you know, castor oils or butters and things of that nature. It's really ground up. That's why it's called colloidal oats. It's kind of dense. See that? So I love it because it literally stays even under dry. Even when it's dry, it just stays on your skin. I love it. So as we all have been familiar with oats, because it's in all kind of baby formulas, baby cosmetics and things of that nature. I'm sure you've heard some of these, but it helps soothe itchy skin. It helps soothe inflamed skin. It helps repair, you know, that skin barrier, and it helps with irritation. So, you know, you've given your baby oatmeal baths and things of that nature. That's what colloidal oats is. It's great for. It's great for, you know, eczema, psoriasis, and what we're using it for today is diaper rash. All right, bentonite clay. This is top 5, one of my most favorite ingredients. It's a mineral made from volcanic ash, and it's fine, dusty powder that is soft. It's really soft, but this here stuff literally, it detoxifies your skin by pulling the toxins out from underneath the skin and into the powder. It is extremely absorbent, and it also adds that layer of protection on your skin when it's in a cream form. So it takes away the itchiness. It's just an amazing detoxifier, bentonite clay, and it absorbs. And I mean, when I say absorb, I'm talking immensely. This is a great absorbent. We also have another fave, and that is castor oil. See how nice and viscous that is. Not sticky, just kind of thick. It is moisturizing, extremely moisturizing. It helps with antimicrobial properties that it has, and it also soothes that irritation. So we're going to lock in some moisture while we detoxify and soothe. Now we're going to go over this neem oil. I'm going to put this in last. It's a darker color. I'll put it in one of the things so you can see what it looks like. It's like a dark brown color. It has like a woodsy scent. It's not, I mean, if you like earthy scents, you'll like it. I love earthy scents. So as soon as I smelled this, I knew See, that's the neem in there. That residual stuff right there is beautiful. But it has like a woodsy scent to it, and pretzely woodsy. That's how I think of it. But it's like, God bless me, because as soon as I smell something, I kind of know when it's going to be a hit. And this is a hit. You know, like Gloria Grenier, she knows what's a hit on Shark Tank. Baby, this right here is a hit. I knew it from the first time I smelled it. So, and y'all know I'm anti-bac queen. I love antibacterial because so many bacteria that get introduced to our skin. But nonetheless, this helps promote collagen also on your skin. But it's antibacterial and antifungal and anti-inflammatory. Neem oil is amazing. It's another one of my top 5. So you got like, what, how many? 1, 2 of my top 5s, I say. 2 of my top 5s in this diaper rash ointment. Highly effective ingredients. That's what we go for in Shea-Mergency. Highly effective on your baby's skin, organic and safe. You can research all of these things. You can read all of these things without struggling to figure out what's being said, and they are extremely effective. All right, y'all. It has been 3 minutes total, and our butter. Now, don't pull this out. I just realized. This has cooled off a little bit. Make sure you have some type of oven mitt or a cloth or something to grab that handle, because if you pull it out right after, you're going to burn yourself. But this has been sitting for a little while I talked about the ingredients. So it's been sitting for about a good minute at least. Cooled off just a little bit. But nevertheless, that is melted after 3 minutes. And hey, y'all, we are ready to mix and mango. So we have the mango butter with the beeswax completely melted. We're going to add our castor oil. Castor oil is a tablespoon. Oh, I don't know if I gave you the measurements. 1/2 cup of mango. Let me just reiterate them just in case. 1 tablespoon of bees. We melted that. Now we have 1 tablespoon of castor oil. And I'll scoop all that out in just a second. And then we're going to add our bentonite. Bentonite clay is 1 tablespoon. Our colloidal oats is 1 teaspoon. And our neem. I have some in here, but I wanted to do it fresh. So we're going to do 1/4 teaspoon of neem. Oops. All right, I just wanted to show you the mashing. See, so that's bentonite clay. Bentonite clay settles too at the bottom, but you just take it and you mash it up against the cup like that. And see, it starts to dissolve into the liquid. It doesn't take a whole bunch of physical effort. You know, sometimes you got to put the work in, but that's all. You just mash that up into there, and also it'll start getting that like that white color. That's from the zinc oxide. I'm gonna add the rest of the stuff that was still in the cup, the castor oil, and we don't waste ingredients over here. So I'm gonna get the rest of that neem oil out of there. You don't want to use a whole lot of neem because neem, like I said, is a very, very strong scent, but it is super effective, and it's going in a diaper anyway, so we don't need it to be super fragrant. We just need it to work on our baby's skin. So that's that. And you just stir this, because now it's all dissolved. See that? Zinc is dissolved. This is still really, really warm. And as it cools off, I'll stir it some more so you can see how it, you know, thickens up, and the final result of what it's going to look like on your baby's skin. All right. Okay, so just in case I did not give you all of the ingredients, let me give them to you again while this cools off. You're going to need 1/2 cup of mango butter, 1 tablespoon of castor oil, 2 tablespoons of zinc oxide powder, 1/4 tablespoon of neem oil, 1 tablespoon of one tablespoon of bentonite clay. Beeswax, I'm sorry. 1 tablespoon of beeswax and 1 tablespoon of bentonite clay, and then 1 teaspoon of colloidal oats. You have it. You got it nice and tight, saran wrap. I set this in the refrigerator. Just gonna scoop some of that over and put it in there. You want to stir it intermittently so that any bentonite or zinc oxide that tries to settle to the bottom can be evenly dispersed throughout your cream. You're gonna take it out every here and again, a couple minutes, 10 minutes, and stir it up, then put it back in. See there, it's starting to thicken up. While we wait for our formulation to cool, I wanted to go over things that you can add into your butter for your baby that would be awesome for their skin. But there are things like lavender petals. These came whole, but I grounded them up as soon as I get them to, you know, be ready for me to formulate in big batches. Calendula petals, also I have a container with ground calendula, and also chamomile flowers, which also came whole, but like I said, I ground them up so I can use them quicker when I'm making formulations. So one day later, I'll show you how to infuse these into an oil, because you don't really, if you're going to use it for like say this baby cream, it's going to be close to the bum area. You don't want any like loose particles or hard particles to get into places that they should not be. So therefore, you know, some things can dissolve really well, but when it comes to things like flowers and herbs, I also had some juniper berries, things that are, you know, larger in just larger particles. You kind of want to wait and infuse those into an oil. So all of those ingredients that are in the flowers and the berries and things can infuse into the oil, and those properties will be in the oil, and then add those oils to your formulation. We'll do that later, infused oils. But yeah, you can kind of add kind of anything you like. You also can add arrowroot powder. I got that off of Amazon. Arrowroot powder is awesome. But I used to use it when I was younger. They used to tell me to take this arrowroot powder and brown it. I don't know if any of y'all remember that, but you can brown this and add, I can't remember what else they told me to add, but I'm telling you, honey, you put that on the baby's skin, it works. So you can use arrowroot powder. You can use essential oils. See, that's starting to harden in there. You can use essential oils. You want to do your research on your essential oils, and you only need like 3 drops. I'm telling you, they're super duper effective, essential oils are. So if you do use essential oils, you don't need a lot. But yeah, you can use kind of anything you like. Look how creamy that looks. Anything you like, as long as you research it, especially since this is going on your baby's skin. You can use anything you like. That is beautiful. Look at that. Woo-hoo-hoo! Yes, honey, yes. So we're gonna put that back in the fridge for a little while. But like I said, intermittently stir that up so you can get all the benefits evenly dispersed throughout the butter. And if you'd like to make it thicker, like we'll see what the end result is now, but if you'd like to make it thicker, you can add like a tablespoon more of bentonite clay. That will definitely thicken it up. And if you still like it thicker, add another tablespoon of bentonite clay. All right, okay, here it is. It's getting thicker, getting more and more thick as you let it cool. I'll give you the end result in just a minute, but I want to talk preservatives real quick. Preservatives, we didn't use any preservatives for this because you don't add water. Anything you add water to, you're going to need a preservative, period. So this doesn't add any water, so you don't need a preservative. This will be just fine stored in a cool place or a warm place, it really doesn't matter, in your home in a sealed tight container. So as I scrape it off the sides, you can see just how thick that's gonna get. It's gonna be nice and creamy, but we're gonna let it, see that? Boom. Solidify just a little bit more, and then we'll be done. Here it is, guys, your baby cream. Baby diaper rash cream, paste, whatever you wanna call it, but it's nice and thick, doesn't even fall off the spoon. See that? So I'm gonna get in there with my hands, and I'm gonna show you, well, I'll just leave that like that. But no, I'll just go ahead. See, it just, runs right through the butter. And I'm going to apply this to my arm so that you can see just how effective this is going to be on your baby's skin. All right, here's my arm. Here is the butter. And you're just going to apply that onto the skin like that. Nice and creamy, and it spreads immediately. As soon as you put it on your baby's skin, it's going to spread immediately like that. A little goes a long way. I don't even need the rest that's on my finger. And then I want to show you something that's awesome about this butter. So you can rub it on like that. I'm going to take a little bit off and make a thinner area. Rub it on even thinner. So this is thick. This is thinner. Same butter. You just rub it on a little thinner, add a little less. And then we're going to rinse, put this under the water so you can see just how effective this is going to be on your baby's skin. So I put a thin layer on my other arm so I can hold the phone in my other hand, and then I want to show you what happens when you add water. Say your baby urinates, any type of liquid. It does not penetrate the skin. That water, that urine that's in that baby's diaper, inevitably, you know, it does not penetrate the skin immediately. And that's what you want. You don't want it to penetrate. You want that skin underneath this balm, this cream, this butter, whatever you want to call it. You want it to heal without the urine penetrating the skin. So that's what you get. And that is the wonders of zinc oxide. And then all of the ingredients that are in there are still working on baby's skin. So they can use the restroom and that little pamper several times. Look at that. I'm going to turn it on a little warmer. That was like mid-cool. I'll make it hot. Boom. Now this is hot water. So the urine is going to come out a little warm, but look. And that's what you want, guys. You want it to stay on the skin until you wipe it off, so that that skin underneath there can heal. All right, so that's it, rubbed in. Even after the water, so I put a thin layer on my other arm so I can hold the phone in my, did a quick little rub. And then when you go to change their brief, it's not an adult brief, I'm sorry. Change their pamper or their diaper, it just wipes off. Awesome sauce. The part about this is what I love about doing DIY organics is that you can use this for your family. You can buy like a pound of each one of the ingredients, or half a pound, or 2 ounces, or whatever, and make a large batch. Just use the measurements and just double them or triple them or times 10 them, however you want to do it. And you can make large batches of this. Like I said, it doesn't need a preservative. Seal it up, keep it for months and months. Then if you want, because like me, why I like doing DIYs and sharing them with you online is because you can take this very thing and then give it out to your family members or anybody that's in your family that has a baby. Look at that. And you can give it to them, or you can sell it and you can become the baby diaper rash guru. You know what I mean? And then you can take these ingredients and you can learn how to make a balm, or, you know, a salve, you know, a serum. Like, you can just really mix and match the things that you need with organics and come out with something amazing. You might find that when you start mixing in the kitchen that you are a master at this thing, and you might find a new hobby, a new stream of income, a new path of life for your prosperity, for your family. You know, this is just amazing. This is something they always say in business: find something that's a solution for other people. This is a solution. You want something organic and safe to go on your baby's bottom, and that works. There's no synthetics in here. There's no words that you can't read that has 20 letters long. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I don't know what the heck that is. All of these things you can read. They're simple and they're effective. So there you have it. This is your diaper rash balm, diaper rash ointment, diaper rash cream, diaper rash butter, whatever you want to call it, right here. 7 ingredient diaper rash cream. Shea-Mergency, we love the skin you're in. Start your day the Shea-Mergency way. Deuces.
Cracks fade fast, that's what we do. Organic and clean, glow coming through. From baby soft to granny's grin, real relief starts deep within. Shea-Mergency, trust the healing. Wait and see, we'll help you feel the shea.